I've referred many times to Carlos Castaneda's books with his shaman guide, mentor, Don Juan, and all of their wandering in the desert. Don Juan would be awakening Carlos, awakening his human senses, his human eyes and ears, and his human heart to attune him to, so he could receive, become aware of the presence of these nature spirits out there in the desert, these allies, Don Juan called them, both benign and malevolent. You had to approach these spirits with the proper attitude and the proper shaman discipline, and you could be channeling great supernatural power, and also if you weren't properly trained using the proper discipline, you could get mangled. And of course, it's the same way with all of these nature forces. When I was in the Holy Land, up north in this disputed area, the Golan Heights, there's this area called Banyas, B-A-N-Y-A-S, which is our translation of what the Greeks called Pan's place. And of course, Pan was their god of the forest. So Banyas was an ancient shrine of Pan going back to Greek times, pre-Christian. These shrines, these nature power spots, there's a presence there. And any shaman who's properly attuned to these, to this music, to this rhythm, to this voice of the spirit, this voice of the goddess, you feel that. In the Holy Land, all these churches and temples, at the altar there's this rock. It's built on where this event took place. And in all these different spiritual traditions, where a presence is felt, where nature is speaking to us, singing to us through these spirits, angels, fairies, entities, allies, whatever you want to call them, the shaman becomes aware of it first, but then the shaman introduces the rest of the community to this special holy place. And sometimes they may build a structure around that spot, or sometimes in the Banyas, it's just a wild forest with this beautiful stream running through it. And this is where Jesus started his church. This is where he said to Peter, I'm giving you the keys to the kingdom, and on this rock, Peter translates rock, Peter the rock, on this rock I will build my church. But Jesus chose this Banyas, Pan's place, this ancient home where the spirits, where nature's presence, where the goddess's presence is just oozing out of the ground. And in my opinion, that's also why the Golan Heights today is still a highly disputed territory. We are told militarily it's because it's a mountainous area and it's a strategic military position, but I think it goes back to this kind of spiritual power. It's a spiritual power spot. And people have always been drawn to those spots and trying to claim those as their own.